Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. I Surbi Goyal and legal intern at Lex Click. Today's topic is comparatively very interesting. So today's topic is paternity leave in India. We've always been heard about maternity leave, that a mother has been granted leave for his if she get pregnant, and for her well-being she get some days paid leave. But have you ever heard that a father has get paternity leave for the same? I think very less people have heard about it. So today they're going to talk about this only. So, for the welfare and care of the newborn child and its upbringing, both the parents are equally responsible, and not only the mother solely. It is considered as a very narrow thinking that only the mother has the duty toward its child well-being, but it's not true at all. The father plays an equivalent role in the life of the child. There are few countries that provide paternity leave very before, very like in a very early stage, I would say. So countries like Japan, Portugal, South Korea, Iceland, Sweden, Luxembourg, Germany, and few other countries. Apparently Japan provides 30 weeks of paternity leave, and I think that is a lot. 30 weeks is a lot. Sweden provides 2 months of paternity leave, and a study shows that it has resulted in the reduction of divorce in the country. So, what is paternity leave? What does this word paternity leave actually mean? So, paternity leave is a paid leave granted to the newly father, or you can say about to be a father, for a certain period of time for the birth of the child or adoption of the child. So there is mainly two things in this. First, birth of the child and adoption of the child. Okay, let me give you an example. For example, a father goes to his boss and asks him or her that please grant me paternity leave of for so and so time, and me and my wife have planned to adopt the child, and we apparently don't have any child, but we are adopting the child, so please provide me paternity leave. So can the boss deny for that? The answer is no, he cannot deny. So the paternity leave is not only granted when the to the natural father or natural parent, but also the adoptive parents too. But the uh, time period, or you can say the period granted for the paternity leave, can vary from different country to different country. So it is mainly a short period of time or short period of leave taken by the father who has only less than two surviving children. So what is second condition? Uh, First condition could be like before 2017 there is no provision for the private sector employees, so it is mainly for the government sector employees. So first condition could be this, and second condition is the father or to be father should have less than two children, either has no children or less than two children, that is one child, then only he can claim paternity leave. So according to section 18B of the All India Service Limited Service Leave, a male member of the service, including a probationer with less than two surviving children, may be granted paternity leave by an authority competent to grant leave of a period of 15 days during the confinement of his wife for the childbirth, that is up to 15 days or up to 6 months. The paternity leave would be or up to 15 days or up to 6 months, in between this, not more than this, from the date of delivery of the child. During such period of 15 days, he shall be given paid leave salary equal to the pay drawn immediately before the proceeding on leave. The paternity leave may be combined with leave of any other kind. And the paternity leave shall not be availed within the period of specified in subrule 1. Such leave shall be treated as lapsed. Okay. Now we have learned what is paternity leave. We have learned about countries who grant paternity leave like Japan, Sweden, Luxembourg, South Korea, and many more. But but what are the benefits? What are the advantages? I can say that why we should grant paternity leave in any country, or why they grant paternity leave in their country. So it creates a great opportunity to create a healthy and strong bond between the father and the newborn child. It eliminates the discrimination between men and the women. As in a country like India, the man considered to be a breadwinner and the woman is considered to be a home taker, and to end this narrow mind, the provision of paternity leave is considered to be very beneficial. Okay, to the newborn would get equal love, affection, care, and support of the parents, and also both the parents will feel very overwhelmed and will not get separated with the child. So, due to this provision, not only the child but the wife of the male employee would also not feel alone. By implementing this provision, the work environment would also become very better and more employee friendly, which will obviously increase the motivation of the employees, and it will also benefit the organization. One of the main objective of this provision is benefit of all the parents, either natural, adopted, and or acting local parents to the child. This I already told you. So, in 2017, a bill had been passed by the Lok Sabha by Shri Rajiv Satav MP. It was a paternity leave bill for the private sector. So, before that, there was no really I would say there was no provision for the private sector employees. But after this, in this bill, it was quoted that a bill to regulate employment of men in certain period before and after becoming a paternity benefit and benefit and certain other benefits. The bill is applicable to whole India and to all the establishment, either government or private. So there are various countries that has paternity leave policy around the world. Okay, so which country has the maximum and best provision for paternity leave? Countries like Lithuania, Sweden, Estonia, Hungary, Iceland, Norway, or some other country which offers citizens one of the best provision in the world for the paternity. Other countries like Sweden or Estonia. So there are various case laws. I will just quickly discuss some case laws. First case is Tufan Mal versus State of Maharashtra and others. In this case, what has happened that Tufan Mal filed a case under the Constitution of India, Article 226, pleading the release of emergent parole as his wife is going to give a birth to the child, and Tufan Mal as being a father and a husband has some duties in regards to his family that he has said. So Rajasthan High Court passed the order on 29th March 2016 that the present writ petition has been filed on behalf of the convict for grant of emergent parole to attend his pregnant wife, whose delivery is expected in first week of April 2016. But the state did not file any reply to it. The public prosecutor said that the wife of the convict has already given birth to the child, and as there is no provision to give emergent parole, so there should be no parole granted to him. But the convict said that pleaded that there is no other family member in the home who take care of the child, so they granted him 30 days of emergent parole. So in next case, Chandra Mohan versus N.K. Bagodia. In the leading case, the petitioner charges Mohan Jain filed a case against the private school N.K. Bagodia public school in the year 2019 in Delhi High Court. As recently, the petitioner's wife gave birth to the child, and the petitioner did not got any paternity leave. So he filed the case, and Delhi High Court held that at present there is no specific regulation according to it, but from this they will be granted a paternity leave to the private school also, and also commanded the school to give the amount that is deducted by the school. Okay, so with this I like to conclude that the main objective of paternity leave is to reduce the unnecessary pressure on the mother, and a great step towards balancing the equality between both the genders. Due to this provision, the father and could help the mother and the child not only physical but emotionally and mentally too. The employee could develop a better relationship with his family, and this would lead to a great ending of motherhood penalty. So with that, I like to end my part. Thank you so much.